It's interesting that both literature and cinema present a good and voluminous reflection on migration and the pros and cons. But most people don't even take it serious. And it's interesting that Nollywood in particular is a very, very good source of information because it more or less copies real situations. And I want to invite you today to look at a film that is called The Royal Hibiscus Hotel, produced in 2017. It's about a young girl, a Yoruba, called Ope, that is working in a small restaurant in London. She's not very happy. The boss is bullying her. She tries to get higher on the ladder, applies to be a chef in a hotel, and offers a dish at the interview. And the panel tested the dish and said, well, yeah, I don't think that this rice is according to the taste of people here. We need more refined cuisine. So sorry, yeah, hopefully you get another post somewhere. And so she loses the job, goes back to her own. The chef bullies her again, and she's just depressed and thinks that nothing is working according to our plans. And the father had been trying to phone her several times, but she didn't manage to get the communication. So she decided, oh well, too bad, I'm fed up with all this, and resigns her job and then decides to take a holiday back home. So she arrives in Lagos to discover that the parents who owned a small hotel want to sell it because the hotel is not doing well. The cook doesn't know how to cook. The receptionist is rude. The whole decoration is old-fashioned. The parents are getting old. And so she starts being interested in the place, tours the kitchen, looks at the whole place, discusses, and the parents don't have the heart to tell her that while waiting for her to answer that call that she couldn't pick, they found somebody to buy the hotel. The person is young, a young male, and that just wants to settle at home, and he offered a lot of money, but he wants to buy immediately. And then the girl is there, the guy visits the hotel and asks the parents, oh, who is that person? And they don't know what to say, so they say, oh, she's just a small cook. And then she befriends the guy just because it's Nollywood. And so they start making friends, and then she learns that the parents are signing the contract. She gets very, very annoyed, tells the parents that they have disowned her by doing that, and she decides to go back to London and try her luck again. Meanwhile, the young man has really taken a shine on her and decides that he wants to make his life with her, buys the hotel in her name, goes to London to fetch her, and then everything turns out good. They will own the hotel together and be happy ever after, as Nollywood films often do. But this is a lesson on 2 points. First of all, that going to another country is not the automatic guarantee that everything will turn well, especially because you are now faced as a migrant, as an immigrant, you face different cultures, different tastes, They may not appreciate you the way your people at home would. You don't have a support. You are suffering loneliness. That's a fact. I know someone who I was told uh, was in the UK and he could not adjust and he lost his mind and he was bundled back to Nigeria. So Ope didn't manage to do it well in London. And that's the first part. But also that there is some hope in remigration. It's not always the case. There are well-meaning Nigerians abroad that decided to go back only to find that they were completely out of their comfort zone, that the country had changed in their absence. But many others go back, especially when they get older. But some do before, saying, after all, we can still make it, this is our country. And so that is a lesson we can take from Nollywood. So just watch some of those films and it will provide food for thought.